How can I pay my home loan off faster?
What's the best way for me to save for my retirement?
How do I know if my insurance is enough to cover me?
Hi, I'm Mark Bouris from Yellow Brick Road. Whether it's getting into the right home loan, sorting out your super, or building a financial plan for the future, Yellow Brick Road has experts in your community to get you the right answers. Whatever your question is, we're here to help you.
Talk to Yellow Brick Road today. Visit ybr.com.au/plan. Fees and charges may apply. ACL 393195. AFSL 383825.
99.3 sponsor.
Northside Radio FM 99.3. It's 21 minutes past 10, and on the line I have with me Blake Chandler, and we will be talking about how to boost your children's education future. So right now I will be switching to the man himself. Good morning, Blake. Hello, Blake. Are you there, my friend?
How are you?
You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, goody. I've just put you up to the highest level, so I hope our listeners can hear you too. And I was just mentioning that we're going to discuss today about boosting your children's education future. I mean, this is the time, isn't it, of the year when parents are thinking about, their children's study and what they're to do next year. Kids don't have a lot of money. And, of course, parents are there to help back them up as well. And even, for future reference, they can even make a contract to say that you will pay me back so much each week. I mean, everyone helps each other in this world. Is that correct?
That's right, Jenny. And unfortunately, it is that time of year. 2015, it's scary to say, is over. And it's 2016 now. And it's just that time of year when, those with kids, like myself, we've got to think about, what are their schooling options? And education is really important in Australia. And many parents do worry that a good education might cost too much, but it's something that needs to be planned for. And that's like anything goal-orientated in life. It's about coming up with a plan. So I thought today we'd look at, what are some of the tips in making sure that you put money aside and helped out with your kids' education and the cost involved with that.
Well, how much do you think this would involve with the cost?
Yeah,
over a four-year period.
Back some scary figures. I mean, if you're looking at private secondary schooling and you have, say, 2 children, the combined cost in fees alone will be around $240,000 to finish high school.
Oh, very big. Yeah.
And then you have the uniforms, sports teams, school camps, etc. And even many public secondary schools also have significant annual fees, which fall right after summer holidays, when you might not be flush with cash after buying all the Christmas presents for the kids as well. Education costs money, but it's really important. I mean, university as well. If you're planning on sending your kids to university and helping them out with that, the cost of university is becoming quite prohibitive in Australia. So, students can use the student loan system to defer their fees into their working lives, but when you actually look at the figures and look at the debt they're taking on, if you look at a 10-year-old child maybe who wants to go to uni and go to dentistry, the years of study will cost almost $150,000, and you can add another $100,000 if they live away from home. So it costs money to educate yourself, but it's really important, and it's something that people can plan for.
And where do people put this money? I mean, if they're trying to save up, can they invest it in some way to earn some extra interest to help pay for these costs later on down the track?
Jenny, you're always on the money.
I wish I was on the money. I wish I had lots of it.
But, so it's like anything. A budget is the core foundation of any good financial plan. Looking at what your expenses are, how much you put aside for certain things, what your surplus is, what you do with it. So you can put aside money, you can work out how much you want to contribute to your kids' education, how much you need, and actually make sure you're putting aside money for that on a regular basis. So there's a couple of options on where to put the money. Obviously, you've got to take into account the rate of return, the length of time you have to make the savings, and the amount that you take in tax. So I'll go, one, very popular are the education funds, which allow you to put a small weekly amount into a managed fund environment. And drawdowns that are made to education institutions can have tax benefits.
No, that's fantastic.
And another way?
Yes.
If you have a mortgage, as you know, I am the mortgage expert. So mortgages have a redraw or offset account facility. If you put money aside into an offset account or even onto the mortgage to redraw later, you'll be saving interest along the way. So that helps the family save interest on their mortgage while still putting aside money for their kids. Again, another really tax-effective way to sort of put aside money.
And also, Blake...
Then you've got managed funds, online saving accounts, term deposits, and even insurance bonds. Just be aware, though, with investments where you are earning interest, then obviously you do have to pay tax on the gains that you make based on your marginal income tax rate. And it's worth understanding this in advance.
No, thank you, Blake. That's fantastic. And also, Blake, if anyone has any questions, they are very welcome to phone Yellow Brick Road on 1300 782 995.
Thanks, Jenny.
You're very welcome, Blake. And I think what we're going to be talking about next week, we'll be actually talking about tips for couples switching to a single income. So I think that's going to be very interesting. And if anybody has any questions at all, please give me a call on 94196969 and I will write them down and keep them for next week so we can ask Blake all the questions that you may need. But like I said, if you need to ask any questions today or any day, this is the number to phone, Yellow Brick Road, 1300 782 995.